Okay, dear. Once again, I'll teach you another relationship. That is the relationship between molarity and mole fraction. Earlier, we have discussed the relationship between molality and mole fraction. Now, I will discuss the relation between molarity and mole fraction. So, what is the molarity? First, we must know what is molarity. So, this is the definition of the molarity: m moles of solid present in 1000 ml of the solution. This is the definition. So, what is the number moles of the solution? Number of moles of the solute. So, you are getting the information. Number of the moles of the solute is expressed as N2. It is expressed as N2. It is how much? Capital M. From the molarity we are getting the information. It is m mole of solute present in 1000 ml. So, this is the number of moles solute is how much? It is m moles we are getting from this information, m moles. And the density of solution, that is we have got d gram per ml. So, what would be the mass of solvent? In the previous video, I think in the very first video in relationship, we have calculated this mass of solvent. We have calculated mass of solvent. We have calculated. So directly we are writing here. Again, I am not making the calculation because it is discussed in the very first video regarding the relationship. So that is the mass of solvent. We know that this much. It is taken from the first video only. And now it is the mole of solvent. Now the moles of solvent, number of moles of the solvent. We have got the number of moles of the solute. We have got for mole fraction we need the number of moles of the solute as well as the number of moles of the solvent. So here we have got the number of moles of the solute. So now we need the number of moles of the solvent. So how to find out? Actual mass divided by molar mass. So this is the actual mass of the solvent. I have written here, and it is divided by the molar mass of the solvent. Molar mass of the solvent. So GMM1, it is the symbol of the molar mass of the solvent 1. Okay, now I will find out the mole fraction x2, that means mole fraction of the solid x2. It would be N2 by N1 plus N2, number of moles of the solid to the number of moles of the solution, that is N1 plus N2 x2. So value of N2 is known to me, that is m mole. Value of N1 is also known to us, that is this one. So we are using both the relationship where both the formula for N1 and N2 we have written here. For N2 it is capital M, for N1 this is the expression we have written, and we will make the further calculation here. Okay, we will be making calculation, mathematical calculation like that. So we are getting this one. So finally we are getting how much? This is the how does it is calculated. You can see it. You know this relationship, this mathematics, how it is calculated. So now see it how it is calculated. So finally you are getting x2 equal to this much. So this is the relationship. You can find out this relationship can be used to find out the mole fraction of the solute. If the molarity is given to you, you can find out easily mole fraction of the solute, because the molar mass is known to you. Everybody should remember, density is given in the question generally. Okay, so now we have got the x2. Now we will find out the x1, that means mole fraction of the solvent x1 equal to n1 by n1 plus n2. So value of n1 is known to me, a value of n2 is known to us. So that's why the value of n1 and n2 must be written here. So this is the value of n1, and this is the value of n1, and this is the value of n2. So we have used it. Okay, so now I will find out the ratio of x1 to x2. So we have written ratio of x1 to x2. We are finding out value of x1 is written. This is the entire expression of x1. This is the entire expression of x2. We have written it. We have made the calculation. This one and this one get cancels. This one and this one gets cancelled. can look at this one and this one got cancelled. So finally what you are getting, this one, how much you are getting, x1 by x2 equal to 1000d minus m into gm2. This is the formula of x1 by x2. So now m can be taken to this side and this one could be taken to this side, crisscross. So I have done this. Okay, now you can x2 move to this place also, so that is moved here. So finally you have got a formula for molarity. If the mole fraction is known to you, if the mole fraction is known to you, then you have got the molarity. So this formula can be used. Okay, now this guy could be used to calculate the molarity. This relationship, this is the relationship between this molarity and the mole fraction, but a little bit easier relationship I will give you for better understanding. That could be used to find out the molarity of the solution. So generally people don't use this relationship. Now I'll tell you the relationship which are used generally. Okay, now another way we can calculate. We know that this is the x2. You know what is the value of x2? Just we have calculated it. This is the value of x2. Now rearrange it. So that means how to rearrange this entire will get crisscross. Use the crisscross. This entire term will get multiplied to this x2. You can see I have did it. Okay, I did it. So it is there. Now calculate it x2. So I have calculated it. After the calculation you are getting the now rearrangement. Okay, now this is minus, this is plus. So you keep this 100d x2 at this place and move this one and this one to this side. So this one will become positive and this one will become negative. So 100 dx2 is written here, mgmm 1 is there and minus. So mgmm1 x2 minus, and this is the minus, so when it comes this side it will become plus, m into gmm 2 into x2. Okay, so now finally we will get the rearranging. Now you can see here, x2 is there, x2 is there. So x2 is common in both these two, so you can take the common x2. So when you take the x2 common, how much it will be? So x2 no, we will not be making like this, there will be problem. Okay, now in these two, mgmm1, here mgmm1 and here mgmm1, it is common in both these terms, so mgmm1 will be taken as common. So here there will be 1 and here x2 will be remaining, this minus sign is there, so 1 minus x2, and then we will be writing this one which is remaining. I have written here, and 1 minus x2 become x1. You know the x1 plus x2 equal to 1. So x1 plus x2 equal to 1. Sum of the mole fraction of the solute and solvent is always 1. This is a universal trait, we are using it like that. So 1 minus x1 can be written as x1, m into gmm1, that I have written here, that is written also. Now we have to find out the molarity. M is common in both, this capital M is common in both, M is taken as a common. So what is remaining? x1 gmm1, x2 gmm2 is remaining. Okay, so now we will take out this one, M equal to, this one will be divided here, crisscross, it will come here at a divide position, that means at denominator position. So m equal to 1000 dx2 by x1 gmm1 plus x2 into gmm2. So this is the best relationship in comparison to this one. In comparison to this one, we have, this is the best relationship between the molarity and mole fraction. So that's why we are more and more we are using this relationship. So you remember this one. Okay, thank you. So we have discussed some relationship. We'll discuss some more relationship in another video.